Hello there. I was coming to you all, and I was going to be talking about breastfeeding again. The thing that I plan to do differently is to breastfeed with essential oils this time. I in 2010 became part of an essential oil company called Be Young Essential Oils, and I know that using these essential oils is going to be extremely beneficial to both my baby and I, because we use these essential oils as our medication. Our kids don't really ever have to go to the doctor. They don't really ever have to get over-the-counter medicine that has all these side effects and toxins in them, because we have become accustomed to how to use the essential oils safely and effectively. I wouldn't recommend just using any kind of essential oil like that maybe you could get from the store, because most of the time they use volumizers and expanders to increase the production, and they are not pure. And there's a certain strenuous process of distillation that has to be done for the essential oil to have the true essence of the flower or the plant or the tree or the bark or whatever is being turned into a essential oil. And this company, I found, is pure. It's basically as pure as it can get. It has an EO BBDC certified seal, and I can show that to you. And that's basically to show that it is, it's not focusing. Let's see. It is as pure as possible, and from seed selection all the way through the entire process. So with my previous the previous times that I breastfed, I had problems with thrush and my nipples, because my baby wouldn't all the way latch on with this lip curled down. It would kind of latch on with the lip curled under, and that would cause me to get chapped underneath my breast, my nipple, and it would hurt a lot and it would burn. And then, like I said, I did get yeast, thrush, which is basically yeast, so that was not cool either. But so that's where the essential oils are going to come into play this time around. For one thing, most essential oil, since this is so pure, I'll just say it like that, you have to use it carefully. And there's a carrier oil that you need to use to make sure it's basically a messenger oil, or an oil that sends the message to your body that it's okay to accept that oil into your body and that it's not a foreign substance. So this carrier oil is called Gergeline Baru, and this oil feels like heaven on your skin, and it is actually one of the only plant-based sources of omega-3s. The omegas, I think omega-3 and 6. So it is a very beneficial oil. It's from a plant, and it does wonders on your skin. So that would be the carrier oil I would use. But my plan goes like this. So after I breastfeed, I plan to, during breastfeeding, first of all, I have this diffuser, and that's lavender essential oil. I don't know if you can see that, but I plan to diffuse that, and that of course is calming and relaxing and kind of gets baby ready to go to sleep and have a sound sleep, and it relaxes, you know, mother as well. So I will probably diffuse something like chamomile, lavender, or there's a couple of other ones that I've used for relaxation. So my plan is in a little spray bottle. I was going to take some some ionized water, and I was going to have a few drops of lavender oil, a couple of drops of myrrh, because myrrh is very good for your skin, and myrrh is like, that's one of the biblical oils. It's like good for everything. And tea tree, of course, is good for the skin, and it's also good to keep yeast and fungus and stuff like that away. So I would basically kind of spritz my breast after the baby's done eating with that mixture, so that of course you're getting the cleansing and the kind of just cleansing the area and keeping it to where it's not prone for the yeast or the soreness or irritation. So I would spray that on there, and perhaps depending on how I feel it, I would probably pat dry of course, or else I would just let it air dry, because it is very healthy for your breasts to get that air flow going to them. And because that's why it's so easy for yeast to grow, is because you have them oiled. At least I always had to have mine oiled, my breasts, with the lanolin or whatever it is. Plus you're putting on the breast pad, and you have your bra on, and your breasts are huge, and you tend to sweat there. So it's like a kind of a moist environment for that yeast to grow. So it's really good and important to get that air to your breast, so that they can dry and remain dry for as long as possible. So it's really important to do that. And for the Gergeline Baru, I would put that on after I breastfed, to keep the nipples moist and supple. And of course, like I said, it has omega-3s and omega-6s in it, and it's so good for you and for baby. So all these oils are pure enough that a baby could ingest them. And if I had not tried it on myself, my husband, who was very, very skeptical about them at first, but if he gets sick, like there's this oil, that blend that we use from them, and it's called Spice for Life, and that's all we use during the cough and flu season, and it will kill an infection. So anyway, he was very skeptical, but these oils are, I wouldn't share them with you if I don't use them in my daily life, which I do. I really do. So what was else I gotta tell you about them? But anyway, I would dilute it appropriately, because baby systems are very sensitive to things like that. So I would have it diluted down, the spray mixture, pretty well. And if it still made me a little paranoid, that's why I was thinking maybe I would just have another spray bottle of pure water to just kind of spray it off and then let it air dry. So it just depends. I don't know how exactly I'm gonna feel, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more to some of the reps at the company that I've talked with before when I've had questions, and they're patient and they look up stuff with you and for you. So yeah, these things I think are going to be vital, because like I said, not only for the relaxation factor for you and baby, but also for the cutting down of the sensitivity and the tender nipples and cracked nipples and yeasty nipples, and the baby getting thrush in their mouth. And also to keep them well moisturized and oiled and things like that, because the lanolin, it's just so thick. I mean, I've used it with all of my babies so far, but this oil is very thin. Let's see if I can show you a little drop. It is very thin and loose, and it like moisturizes so very well. I have some ink on my finger, but anyway, so and it's extremely good for your skin. So if baby gets that in his mouth, it's going to be a benefit to the baby in itself. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. There's also a couple of other oils that I want to incorporate into my pregnancy, that one of them helps kind of relax all the muscles that you use during pregnancy, to encourage them to stretch and elongate instead of ripping or pulling or things like that. So, and also another one is called I think Quiet Scent, and it is for relaxation. And they said that if you like rub it on your belly at night and before nap time, the baby can smell that. And so when the baby comes out and you either diffuse that smell or you put that smell on baby is going to associate that smell with time to rest. So I don't know if it's going to work exactly, but I am anxious. They swear by it. I'm anxious to try it because, you know, sleep is vital for a new mommy. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.